Hey y'all, it's your girl Jamaica as always, coming back to you. And today I just wanted to have a conversation. Me and well, first off, I was having this thought earlier today, and then I had a conversation with a friend of mine that just came from brunch, breakfast, lunch. I don't know what you want to call it. Let's say brunch. But we were hanging out, and we were talking about a couple different things, and then we actually had this discussion about people who have nothing to lose. And I was telling her, I was like, this morning, I was like, I'm glad you said that because you reminded me of the conversation that I wanted to bring to YouTube. And I was like, but the thing about it was I couldn't remember the topic. Like, I was like, I couldn't remember because I didn't write it down. And so pretty much I was thinking about how people, I've been in this conversation. I've been in the winds listening to people being like, before, they got into whatever it is that they're doing. Say for instance, they have a new business, or they're making money that they've never made before, or maybe they're an actor, or they play sports, or whatever it is. I've been hearing these conversations when people doing interviews about, you know, how they now call the police on everything. Like, they're like, I am in a place where I have something to lose. I can't just jump and get in a fight just to be in a fight with somebody that I don't like, or these people don't like me. So I just can't be in this space, right? In this space where ultimately, like, I have something to lose. Like, I can't be in a place where somebody come up to me and they say something and I want to put my hands on them, because at the end of the day they're gonna sue me and they can take me for all I'm worth, all I got. And I was like, it's interesting for me to hear people say that, because I've always been the type of person that's just like, I'm not here to entertain a lot of stuff, because I've always felt like I had something to lose. So when people say it and they're now in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and they're like, oh, I can't fight these girls, or I can't fight this guy, I can't do X, Y, and Z because I got something to lose. Like, I'm glad that they're coming to this reality. But haven't you always had something to lose? Like, some people, they get into certain circumstances, and y'all gotta excuse the wind, because I know it's gonna sound a mess because of the AC, but it's hot. It's hot in Florida. It's 92 degrees out here. But anyway, they get into certain circumstances where they're okay with fighting. And I remember back in the day, kids used to be always like fighting. You had parents who was fighting. Everybody, the mama and the children be outside fighting, teaming up and doing whatever. And I'm not judging it. You do what you got to do. Because somebody try you, then, hello. But that has never necessarily been me. Like, I've always been that type of person, just like, I'm not finna fight her. Like, I know she wanna fight me. That's her business. But I'm not finna fight her. Number one, I'm too cute. And y'all can say what y'all want. Maybe, y'all see me on a bad day, but on a good day when I get dressed up, like, the face card never declines. You feel me? So, I'm too cute. I'm not gonna fight you because I'm too cute to fight you. Number one. Number two, I like my freedom. I like doing what the hell I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. Like, I don't like responding or dealing with too many people who think that they in authority and not really in authority. Like, I don't like the foolishness. So I can't go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to jail. I'm not going to prison. I'm not doing none of that stuff. So for some people, they might be okay with it. Like, I remember my friend when we were in college. Something happened. We was in Miami, and something had took place. And she was like, I got people for that. And I'm like, touche, that's me. I got people for that. We not doing that. But ultimately, the whole thing about it is, there are some people who don't mind going to jail. There are some people who already got papers, who love coming in and out of jail. There are some people who are genuine people who will take one for you. You don't see that as much now as it used to be back in the day. But, like, back in the day, you would have people who would be on a squad, and people would know, okay, if anything happens, you have to take the brunt of it, and I'll take care of your family, I'll take care of your kids, your wife, whatever else. I'll make sure I put something on your books. Like, people used to be, there used to be like this unwritten rule. And I don't know if y'all ever experienced that or whatever have you, maybe not. But that's what I grew up around. As people, that whole like not snitching type of situation. But these days, it's two different things. Like, snitching is its own thing too. And for me, people aren't holding up their end of the bargain either. But again, when you have someone who is ultimately building, they strategic with it, they know how to build, they doing things that they need to do, they take care of everybody that's around them. Like, loyalty isn't really what it used to be either. It's so many things that can get wrapped up in this conversation, because again, having something to lose or not having something to lose. When you don't have anything to lose, you can get up and you can fight somebody in the middle of the street, the police come yank you up or whatever have you, and you don't think twice about it, because at the end of the day, you could have you a couple what is called a couple charges. You can have you a couple cases or whatever it is. Who got time for that? Somebody tell me in the chat. Like, y'all tell me for real, who got time for that? Like, and ultimately, like, to the young people and stuff like that, I'm not telling you to sit there and take the abuse or take somebody whooping up on you. Negative. That's a no for me. I've had it happen now. I told a girl, I was like, I remember when I was younger, my cousins jumped me. I was like, I was at my cousin's house. She was my first cousin. She was way older than me. And I was at her house, and her kids, she had 2 girls. Her kids, I used to go over there during the summer. My grandma used to make sure all of us was together or whatever else. Or, my cousin would walk me over to their house because we were all around the same age. My cousin was probably 10 years older than me. So she would walk me around there, and she would be like, okay, well, I'm finna do this, or I'm finna do that, or whatever have you. I don't even really remember all of the stories. You know what I'm saying? However, one of my other guy cousins was there too. And we would just be chilling out. And I remember they were talking, they were having this conversation, the oldest girl and my guy cousin. And I heard them saying that they were gonna jump me. But I can't leave this house because my oldest cousin got the key to my grandma's house, and I can't go over there until she come or my grandma come home. And I'm not supposed to be walking outside or whatever else. So it's just like, dang, I'm just here. Look, I'm in it. And then my youngest cousin who was there, she wasn't really into what they were doing, and it wasn't really much she could do either. Like, I remember when they came, they wound up like trying to fight me. They jumped me. They was both beating me up. I was on the floor, pretty much having a whole conversation in my head. I was like, dang, I can't even really fight back, because if I fight back and I win, I'm gonna get in trouble, because then it's gonna be like, why are you fighting? Why y'all fighting? And then the 2 of them already gonna have their story together, or gonna lie or whatever else, and it's gonna be like, well, she tried to fight us, or she tried to fight this person, and then this person jumped in to break it up. Like, either way I looked at it, I was like, there's nothing I can do in this situation except for take this ass whooping. And the little cousin was sitting up there yelling the whole time, yeah, stop, screaming, hollering. It was a hot mess. But while I was taking that behind whooping, and I was just sitting up there like, dang, these type of situations that happen to people in their life, where damned if you do, damned if you don't type of thing. Like, if I don't do anything, I'm just gonna get this behind whooping. Most of the punches I could take, so it really wasn't that bad. They're not, like, it's like, are they beating me enough so I can have enough bruises so I can show that somebody been fighting? Do I even tell anybody afterwards what happened? You get what I'm saying? Like, it was all these things, like, so many questions. And I was like, but if I fight and I win, just like I said, like who's gonna get in trouble? What story's gonna be told? How is it gonna be believed? Because most people, to be honest, never believe the truth. They believe the lie before they believe the truth, because the lie usually, it sounds more plausible. So even with that, like, even at that time, at that age, it's like I got a lot I could lose in this situation. And I was just sitting up here like, people do a lot of things because they ain't got nothing to lose. Just like my cousin them, they was fighting me because you ain't got nothing to lose. You're mad and you're angry because of your jealousy. But I've never done anything for you to be upset or mad at me. Like, I'm literally just here hanging out with y'all watching TV. Or, you know, whatever else. Like, if I do this, then if I tell my mom, then that's one of the pieces. Like, can't really tell my dad, because then I might not be able to come back out for the summer, because this is the only time I really get out the house. Can't really tell my mom, because again, she gonna be mad at my daddy, and it's the only time I really get out the house. So it's like, it's really one of those things, like, you got something to lose all the way around. So what choice are you gonna make, even with you knowing that you got something to lose? You get what I'm saying? So I don't know, y'all, if that makes sense. It was just a little story time, tea time, look, brunch time talking. We talked about a lot of good stuff, y'all. The brunch was delicious. I don't even know what the place is called. I was finna say it started with an L. It's somewhere. It's something. I figured out. I'll probably put it on another post. Tell y'all to go check them out, because their breakfast is actually really good. But yeah, y'all. If y'all ain't got nothing to lose, touche. But if you got something to lose, something, and that something could be anything: a house, a car, you know, a relationship, a friendship. Just make sure your choices are aligned with what's best for you, the best version of you. That's the only thing that I can say as a recommendation, as a caveat to this whole conversation, is make sure that all the things that you're choosing to do for yourself benefits you first. And I know some people be like, that's so selfish, that's da-da-da, but hey, people are just that. People are quite selfish. And they do what's best for them. Just like me in that situation, I got my ass whooped because my cousins felt like that was something that they wanted and needed to do. But selfishly enough, I didn't tell on them at that point in time in my life. Now it's getting told. Look, now the story's told. But I didn't tell on them because, guess what? Selfishly enough, I wanted to be able to come back outside for the summer. I wanted to do what all the other kids was doing. I wanted to get out the house. Now I stay in the house. I'm just trying to go outside for real. Well, caveat to that too. But yeah, y'all, I'm about to let this thing go. Look, I'm sitting up here. These people got a little traffic up in here. But yeah, that's about it. I'm almost to where I need to be. So I'll see y'all. Have a good evening. Love y'all. Bye. Oh, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, just FYI. As always, subscribe, like, share. All right. Bye, y'all.